They have been known as the Wajina, Kachina, Viracocha, and Anunnaki. They came from somewhere else to love and save us. That's what we were told. The truth was far more sinister than we could possibly have imagined.
Exterior, space, planet Theban, CGI, fade from black, an alien world. This world is black and white, totally devoid of color, wet to the extreme. Water pours from trees over the black ground. A spot of blue color flickers through the landscape. Close up, and although basically humanoid, bald with a meter-long tail and almost the same length feet. It has mirror eyes, 3 ridges over the crest of its skull, short, sharp, needle-like teeth, and runs on its toes. It wears a bulky, yellow-gray body harness that flickers tiny lights when it speaks to its wearer in a high-pitched voice. The creature, a Kratlian named Jackdaz, runs as if its life depends on it. Exterior, Theban, day, local life, CGI. Like the rest of the world, the reptilian creature is devoid of color and even has some transparency and is reminiscent of dinosaur raptors. Although their snouts are shorter and they have 5 fingers with an opposable thumb, it moves through the landscape following the scent of its prey. Exterior, planet Theban, day, CGI. Jackdaz, almost exhausted, leans against a large tree root and, hearing a scratching noise, looks towards the noise. A naturally forming sluice takes the water from the other side of the root down 5 meters to a river's edge. Jackdaz turns back to the direction it has just come from. Without warning, a small arrow pins its left arm to his side. It gags in pain and throws itself, half off balance and half an attempt to get away, over the tree root. Jackdaz slides down the black mud sideways and splashes into the river. An identical being to Jackdaz appears at the tree root with a pistol in its hand. It looks around, but seeing only the river, moves off downstream. Exterior, day, downstream. CGI. Jackdaz lies unconscious with its feet still in the river. The long, pale gray tongue of a creature slides across its face. Jackdaz's eyes open, and seeing the spherical, hairy body attached to the tongue, jumps to its feet and gags in pain. Holding its arm with the other hand, it braces the arrow end against a tree and leans heavily into it, pushing the arrow through the other side. Exterior, day, a distance away. CGI, another part of the forest. A distant scream echoes through the air. The other blue creature, Jez, raises its head in the direction of the noise and smiles. It presses a button on its harness.
Target located. Stand by for pickup. Home in on this signal.
Exterior, day, downstream again. CGI. Jackdaz staggers blindly until it falls flat on its face. Rising again, it comes face to face with its hunters. There are 2 gas track, and they both have crossbow-like weapons that are aimed at Jackdaz. Just as one is about to fire, it is pushed forcefully to the side and into the fellow hunter by an invisible force. They both lie in a heap as if they are extremely drunk. A hand reaches down and grabs Jackdaz by the shoulder. Jackdaz attempts to scream and somehow finds itself upright, although with difficulty.
By all that rises, again I come to your aid. Ha!
Looking up, Jackdaz recognizes the one standing above, and a weak smile creeps across the shattered face. Above, a golden spacecraft slips from the clouds. As it lowers to just above the tree line, part of the underneath melts and then drops onto both beings and scoops them off the surface. The ship rises back into the clouds while the hunters continue to fall over each other. Exterior, space, spacecraft, CGI. 2 glowing blue engines sit like bulbous eyes out in front of a slender neck of the shark-like golden ship as it leaves the gray clouded world behind. The ship flattens, lengthens, and then snaps away like a rubber band. A slightly whiter gold with a more azure engine color as the ship turns toward a nearby star. The star field behind the ship begins to move as the ship falls towards the star until it plummets into the very heart of the sun. On the other side of the sun, a solar flare shoots out into the darkness of space. At its peak is a speck of gold. The ship is a paler gold, and the star field is moving faster as the ship heads for another star, where moments later it plunges deep into another heart. Again, the speck of gold shoots even faster from another sun, With the starfield flying past at an even greater speed, the ship heads for and plunges into another star. This one is a red giant. Interior, spacecraft, CGI. Extreme low gravity in the ship means no floors. The inside is much like the inside of a lung. The color is orange gold. Light is emitted from the translucent walls, and others can be seen either crawling along unseen other walls as shadows or curled up in what appears to be a sleep position. Several crew members push themselves along the corridors by launching themselves off the walls and fly past 2 crew members who cling to a wall where a pocket holds the injured Jack Daz. Most of the crew are blue, but an occasional green or aqua is seen. An overbloated, dark red humanoid is seen crawling along a wall with difficulty. It is attacked by a Kratlian who strokes it. The creature offers its neck where the swelling is most pronounced, and the Kratlian bites into it and drinks. The throat of the Kratlian swells and darkens with each swallow. Another Kratlian joins in. The overall swelling goes down on the creature and it appears more at ease. One of the 2 pulls a flap like an eyelid and covers Jack Daz. They look at each other and then push themselves away and down the corridor. Interior, spacecraft, incubator, CGI. Inside the pod, Jack Daz sleeps in a jelly-like substance. The wall has extended roots that have attached to the wound. Jack Daz's hand reaches up and extends fingers. Claws like a cat extend and retract. The sleeping head rolls back and yawns. The mouth contains 2 rows of needle-like teeth that bend out as the mouth opens and in as the mouth closes. 2 fangs, twice the length of the other teeth, glisten in the light.
The Kratlian is the name known between themselves, but others call them by another name. Too long ago they lived on a world. Too long ago they were innocent. The stars have been their home, and they visit worlds at their pleasure. Their mother is their ship. They were born of her, and she is the only she there is. There are some that travel with them they feed off that are not of the mother. They are not Kratlian and are all female. Each cycle they refresh themselves and discharge their blood for Kratlian to drink. The name they've given their masters is Anunnaki, which in their tongue means blood drinker.
Jack Daz's mouth begins to open, and at that moment, a tentacle pounces from the wall and down its throat. Jack Daz panics as it chokes on the tentacle. A blue, thick fluid pumps down its throat. Exterior, space, spacecraft, CGI. The sky is cream, and the tiny golden dart of the ship plunges rapidly through star after star until finally one is missed and the cream sky darkens a touch. A second star is missed and the sky darkens again. The black sky is full of stars. A second galaxy is in the early stages of colliding with this one. A tiny golden speck rapidly grows to become the golden ship.
My personal experience of the Kratlian and their offspring is one of camaraderie, fellow souls in the dance of time and space, but that's not how most know them, not how legend knows them.
It passes and continues toward the nearby sun. Other golden ships float among the stars. Ahead, a blue world with a single moon. Exterior, space. Spacecraft arrives at planet. CGI. A colorful blue world sits in the black of space, its moon embraced by a single ring around the equator and pierced by a multitude of spokes dropping from the underside of the ring to the surface. A large number of golden ships are attached to the ring. The golden ship slides up to the ring and attaches to it, the underside of the ship becoming liquid and adheres to the shell. Interior, lunar ring, CGI. Inside the ring is a long rectangular room without floors. The space is littered with bodies of a different kind of alien. Their pale yellow, brown speckled bodies are very insect-like in body type and have big lips that hide a single row of serrated teeth. Kratlian, mostly aqua-colored, fly around the room checking to make sure the yellow aliens are dead. Their feet, like birds' talons, grip the walls when they land. In the middle of the ceiling, a liquid gold blob appears and fills out to become a ball before opening up as an airlock to allow the crew of the golden ship entry to the room. One of the Kratlian, called Marsimus, who has been checking the dead aliens, approaches the airlock. 4 Kratlians disembark through the airlock. Among them, the 2 who placed Jack Daz in the pod earlier, Lee, and Alla, as well as Bet and Jez, who rescued Jack Daz from the colorless world.